Hi, my name is Sirri and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Do I even have to say what kind of video this is at this point? It's my entire channel. So today we are going to be getting ready together, and I'm also going to be trying out the new ELF Hydrating Camo Concealer, which is right here. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I don't know what kind of look we're going to go for. I'm kind of into more of a bronzy look, so hopefully I give you that vibe by the end of this video. So I have nothing else to say, so let's just get right into the makeup. So first I'm going to start off with foundation. I'm going to be using an old duo that I used to use a while back. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. And then I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation and mixing them together. Oh wait, I feel like I definitely put on too much of this. I always do put on too much of this. And then I'm like left with a super full coverage look. Yikes. Okay, next I'm going to go in with a little tiny bit of the Conceal and Define, just because we have so much of the other foundation on. And then I'm going to take a flat top kabuki brush just to blend this all out. This is definitely full coverage. So now we're going to go in with the ELF Hydrating Concealer. This is in the shade Deep Olive, and as you guys can see, this is a pretty dark shade. For reference, this is what Deep Olive looked like in the other formula, much lighter. I don't know why the shades are so off. I know sometimes they'll be like a little off because they're different formulas, but like this is like interesting. So I'm just gonna go straight in with this concealer. Yeah, this is orange. Oh my god, okay. This is really bad. Listen. So next I'm going to blend this out with a damp beauty blender. So, formula-wise, I really like how this blended out. Also, this is how this concealer looks without me even waiting for it to dry down. So the coverage is definitely full. But this color is just not it. Like the other one I thought was too goldeny. This is just flat out orange and it's way too dark. I mean, if I wanted a concealer that didn't brighten my under eyes at all, sure, but I don't. So I'm going to mix this with a very light concealer I have. This is a Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer in the shade 7.75. So maybe if I add a little bit of this, just like a little bit, it'll like, you know, help the color out a little bit. But overall, the formula is really nice. The coverage is really nice. It's just that color is like, could be used as my foundation. Like, I'm taking very small amounts of the Giorgio Armani concealer because I don't want to add too much. I'm literally trying to add like the bare minimum. Yeah, so my initial impressions of this concealer is that I love how it looks. I love how it feels. When I first bought this concealer, I actually didn't like it. Like I just didn't like how it looked on my skin. I feel like I should have said this earlier, but I have dry to normal skin, and I bought this last year in like the winter, and so I didn't really like this concealer all that much. And then I felt like when my skin was more normal, it was fine, but it didn't look that great when I first bought it. But then I did grow to like this, so I don't know if it's just when my skin's really dry. This doesn't look good because my skin does get very dry in the winter time. But this just looks very beautiful. The coverage of this concealer is amazing. It's just that the shade is very off. Like, guys, like I understand the shades are off like a little bit with the formulas, but this isn't even the same shade. This isn't even the same like category, so that's the only thing. Maybe it's a match made in heaven because this Giorgio Armani concealer is way too light, this is way too dark, but then together we get this, and I really like how this looks. So, this isn't really like an ELF review now, it's like an ELF and a Giorgio Armani review. I don't feel much of a formula change or difference in the look or appearance of the concealer from adding this one, so I think we can still get like the same results, you know? So I'm going to take whatever's left on the beauty blender and I'm going to just apply it in any areas I want to highlight. So I said I was going for more of a bronze look today, so I'm going to be using my Black Radiance Cream Contour Kit, and I'm going to be taking the shade Sculpt, and I'm going to sculpt my nose a little bit to add some like color to it. Next, I'm going to take the shade Contour, and I'm going to go around the outsides of my face just to bronze it up a little bit. And then to blend it out, I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to stamp the product in. Also, using a beauty blender kind of prevents those like harsh lines. So if you're like me, I don't really care about preciseness most days. So finally, I'm going to go in with my Givenchy Mr. Light pen. I'm just going to brighten anywhere that needs brightening, which might just be my nose. I don't really need brightening anywhere else. So today, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder because I always use this, so I want to give the concealer like a fair chance. And I can't decide if I want to use a brush or a sponge. I might use a sponge today, so I'm taking just a dry beauty blender and applying the powder like that. And then I'm just going to quickly blend out the creases and then apply the powder. Next, I'm going to take a brush and just lightly dust away the excess powder. I don't really like to bake. So next, I'm going to just set the rest of my face with a brush. Actually going to switch to a tapered brush for this. Okay. I don't remember the last time I've set like my entire face, but I don't know, I just wanted to go for like the more like matte look today. So next I'm going to do my brows. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. My brows have just been really off recently. I'm usually able to like quickly get a brow done, but as of recently, that hasn't been happening. So I guess we can do eyes next. I will say my eyelids are a little bit like dry right now, so I don't want to do anything crazy because they might like, the eyeshadow might like skip. So today I'm going to be using the Morphe 15 Day Slayer palette. I got this palette a while ago when I bought the Jaclyn Hill palette, and basically the way that like the sales and like my coupon code was, I basically got this palette for free, and I literally never use it. And I was gonna declutter it. Like, it was actually in my declutter pile. And then I like thought like, hey, the color story isn't awful. The formula isn't amazing, but I mean, it's like workable. And I like that they're like warm shades. I think it looks cute. So today, just so that I'm using a different palette than my Jaclyn Hill palette, we'll be using this bad boy. So first, I'm going to be taking the shade Natural, which is just this light cream base color. And I'm going to be packing that onto the lids. I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer just because my eyelids are so dry. This might not even adhere to my eyes. Dry eyes plus an iffy formula is only going to equal disaster, so I feel like this is the right move. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the shade Natural, which is just that like light beige color. And I'm just going to pack this onto the lid. Oh, wait. That is kind of dark. Okay. Is it just me? Like, this is way darker on my eyelid than it is in the pan. That's so weird. Okay. Alright. I guess it's better for them to be darker than to be more ashy, because that could be the case, is that these all could be ashy. So I guess it's better that they have more depth. I just wasn't planning on making this the lid color. Alright, well, I guess we're doing orange today because my eyelids are literally orange right now, but whatever. So next I'm going to take the shade Forever and buff this into the crease. And BT dubs. This brush is clean. It's just stained. Oh my, these colors are so dark. What the heck? My god, like look at this in the pan. Right? I took this shade. This in the pan versus on my lids. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the shade Editor. Hopefully this doesn't turn out super dark because I really wasn't trying to do like a smoky eye today. So editor actually shows up how it looks in the pan. I'm going to try to blend out that initial brown shade because it doesn't look that cute on the outside. And I might just leave it like that. Like, I'm just kind of scared to go in with anything else. The shade Spark looks really cute, but I just feel like, I don't know. Okay, we'll try it. You know what? We're going to try it. Okay, that did not show up. Okay. Alright. And I purposely chose this super, super dense brush so that I can kind of like dig up the shade. Otherwise, literally nothing would show up. Okay, so next, I might be sabotaging this look, but I want to try the Ardell 600s on camera. I tried these once and I really just didn't like how they looked, but I don't know, maybe if I try them again, I'll like them. Maybe, possibly. And for lash glue, I'm just going to be using my Duo Quickset Strip Lash Adhesive. So this is what the eyes look like with the lashes on. I don't think they're atrocious. They don't look as bad to me today as they did the last time. I actually think they look kind of okay. Oh my god, she lied, guys. She said they looked ugly, and now they don't look that ugly. They don't look awful. They really don't. I might want to try out different styles of their clusters, but I'm kind of like liking them now. Am I eating my words? Okay, so next I'm going to apply some shades on the lower lash line. I'm going to take the shade Editor and stamp that on the lower lash line. Ooh, I got a little bit heavy-handed with that shade, but you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna like blend it away a little bit. And I'm noticing as I'm blending away the eyeshadow that my concealer is not moving at all. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Define and apply a little bit of that. And I would usually go in with a black on the lower lash line, but since I only want to use this palette, I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Sweet, which is like this deep, like purpley shade. And I'm using it as like a mock eyeliner. Finally, I'm just going to blend everything out one last time. So next, I'm going to apply some bottom lash mascara. I'm just going to be using the Lash Paradise. And then to finish up this look, I'm going to apply a little bit of blush. Today I'm going to be using this CoverGirl blush that I've had forever. Don't know the name of it. It's so old, the top's missing. Listen, but it's good. And then I'm going to be applying a little bit of bronzer. This is the same bronzer I always use, which is the Anastasia bronzer in Mahogany. Just going to be applying a little bit, don't need too much, we already cream contoured. For my nose, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place blush in the shade Yara. Just put that on the sides. And I think this is all for the face, so I'm now going to move on to the lips. So my memory card filled up, and so I wasn't actually filming when I was doing my lips. But maybe that wasn't such a bad thing because it did take me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. So all I did was take the NYX lip liner in Downtown Beauty and just lightly line my upper lip and a little teeny tiny bit, barely anything, on my bottom lip. And then I applied the Lancome lipstick in Natural Beauty. And then I applied the Too Faced Sweet Peach Lip Oil in Papa Don't Peach. And then finally, because I'm obsessed with this lip product and I somehow always manage to incorporate it in every look, I took the Revlon Super Lustrous Glass Shine lipstick in Nude Illuminator, and I just applied this on like the outsides of my bottom lip and a little bit on my top lip. And yeah, that's how I got the lip. I feel like this look needs a little bit of shimmer, so I was thinking about putting something on the bridge of the nose. Maybe I'll take a little bit of this Kylie highlighter. Does that even do anything? Like, anything good at least? I don't know. I think we've successfully achieved a bronzy vacation look, I think, in my opinion. So back to the star of the video. I love this concealer. I love how it feels. I love how it looks. This concealer is only $6. I hate the shade. I don't know what shade I would be. They had a lighter shade, but that shade didn't look olivey, and that's why I bought this, is because the undertone of the other one just looked so good. But this is just, like, this could be worn almost as a foundation for me. So, no on the shade, yes on the formula. They need to redo something. I don't know what they need to redo, but redo something. Remeasure out the amount of pigment they put in the concealer, because this is nowhere near the original shade. Like, not even in the same ballpark. Like, not even in the same category of, like, skin tones. However, I do have that Giorgio Armani concealer that is way too light. So mixing them together, I got, like, the perfect shade. I guess this will work this time, but if I'm going to repurchase this, I'm probably going to want to be able to just use this on its own, you know? If you can find your shade, I definitely recommend this concealer. It feels so comfortable. As you guys can see, I was even blending my eyeshadow. Nothing was moving under my eyes. I blended my eyeshadow pretty far down and literally nothing moved. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I enjoyed filming it. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, my loves.